Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 3rd. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com to support more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have coming up for you this week. Let's see here. Definitely thinking a lot about the past Ten of Spades. I think you even had this in your April reading or something. Maybe even in the last week or so. Here, thinking about past disappointments and past issues. The good news is it's like, as I always say, it's like the Death card. It's kind of like a card of transformation, transforming past difficulties and getting over things. It can also just be a time where you feel like just all the people around you are not against you, but maybe just that they're looking at you in a weird way or something along those lines. So you might be a little bit more sensitive when it comes to dealing with people this week or interacting with the people around you again this week with this card. You do have the Two of Hearts, though, so very good card for love. Some of you could be meeting somebody who could become your soulmate. This is like a soulmate-like card. It's that perfect match between two people. It can also be a card of you needing to make some decisions about changes that you are making. These can be personal changes like diets and exercise routines that you might be starting, but it could say, like, if you're on a diet, for example, and you're not seeing the results you want, that maybe maybe it's because you're not basically committing to the diet 100%. Maybe you're having one too many cheat days. Trust me, been there, done that. Or something else. This can also be other types of commitments as well, though. Like, again, in love, if things aren't going well in your relationship, it could say that there needs to be more of a commitment there. Or even at work, it can say if you have a business or you're trying to start a business or whatever, that you could just need to make a deeper commitment to whatever it is that you're doing. The good news is that you have Four of Clubs following it up. So fours do represent commitments because they represent stability. So they represent things stabilizing, things getting more even with whatever it is that you're doing. Four of Clubs is also the card of the retrograde. As I say, I always say this card represents Mercury retrograde, which we're about to get into here in a little bit, but it can represent any retrograde. So a lot of the times the Four of Clubs can represent things returning to us. It can also represent the typical retrograde stuff like confusion, not being sure what to do. The interesting thing about this card is traditionally it actually means your brain stabilizing, your thoughts and your ideas becoming more stable and more in line with the truth. I do think that this retrograde is good for first off, the clubs cards, as I always say, are good cards for experimentation, and I do think that this is very much an experimental retrograde where you could be doing some experimenting, trying things that you've never tried before, or even just having ideas that you've never had before as well. So a lot of you could be could be trying new things. But I also do think that a lot of people at this time, especially Aries, I would say Pisces through Aries, actually, both signs, I think in that part of the sky there, could be revisiting some old money-making ideas or old job ideas. And again, even if you're retired, even old like investment ideas, kind of things coming back to you, but things that you're going to like turn into something else. So maybe you had a money-making idea like in the past, but now it's coming back to you this week, but maybe you're just going to kind of like update it and change it to something new with this card. Next, you have the Six of Spades, a card of fate and fated things happening to you. So there could be a lot of fate this week, a lot of deja vu moments as well this week. This is a very spiritual, very kind of psychic card, and it usually brings a lot of those kind of moments to us. But as I always say, it's a card of momentum and moving forward in the right direction. It says that you are moving forward in the right direction at this time. You are doing the right thing. So regardless of whether or not you actually see it, it just says keep going because you are doing the right things. Here's your confirmation, basically. And finally, you have the King of Diamonds. So great card for finances. Definitely represents financial improvements coming in as well, especially if things have seemed a little bit kind of rocky for you lately financially. And it's also a great card for like being financially responsible, being able to save your money or invest it or whatever it is that you want to do with it in a more responsible way. But I always say that also, this card isn't necessarily limiting, though. Like, a lot of people, when they want to save money, it's like they have a little bit of money coming in, whatever it is that they're making, and they're putting it away. But even like having to save money can be a financial burden at that point if you're not having more coming in. But the King of Diamonds would represent more coming in and you saving. So it's like it's not so much of a burden. So I really like this card. But looks like an interesting week for sure. So thank you for watching and enjoy it.